Sagai. Is there anybody else whom I'm missing, whom I cannot see? Uh, Welcome, Sip Anil Soni and others who are joining the call. Some days back, we spoke of pain of the body. And so today we are touching that subject. And of course, we've had, I put an easier topic for the last 2-3 days. Some people are pending with questions. Many people want to ask me more questions on the subjects. How to be free from pain, the pain of the body. That is the topic today. And of course, the topic continues with the last few days. I know that people are trying, a lot of people communicating with me and trying to understand the topic. It's such an important subject. People in this world don't understand what we are talking, why we are talking. Now I'm writing the book on true love, and people don't understand the meaning of love. People don't understand the meaning of life. People don't understand the meaning of how to laugh. Live, laugh, and love. People don't know to live. People don't know to laugh. People don't know to love. The most important 3 things of life. But people don't know. So let's start. As I told you at the beginning, we have Surinder, the first question. Those who are in the beginning can take your own time. Later, the time becomes so faster. So Surinder, Bliko, and Ritika. And then Krishna.
Shivam, this is regarding yesterday's discussion. You had mentioned all negative thoughts come from mind, and you had also given a suggestion of how to increase positiveness by mentioning that you remove all the negative, do not look at negative media, negative movies, negative people, be away from negative people. But those are all external uh, uh, ways. But when we carry negative karma, how do we ensure that we lock the door and those negative thought does not come up?
Your negative karma will come. Negative karma you can't stop. Suppose you have planted a seed. You have some thorns. Those thorns will come. But that does not stop you from planting a beautiful garden. What is already planted, the seed, you can't do anything where karma is concerned. In the seed,
Okay.
but that's not the end of life. So, like you said, suppose negative thoughts are coming. There's a way to increase positive thoughts. There's a way to intercept negative thoughts. If you use your consciousness, you use your intellect, you can shoot down negative thoughts. So, where is Will on the call today? Will very beautifully, I know he's not on the call still, he sent me a long message summarizing all discussion. How? So therefore, there's a combination of filling our life with positive energy, creating pep, creating positive thoughts on the one side, reducing negative thoughts, moving from mind to consciousness. So all these are the various methods that we have to cut the negative and increase the positive. So is there a point where you're stuck? You had a point where you were stuck, I think.
Yeah, I was saying, so your suggestion basically was from external side, external world side, stop all the negatives. But
And
internal, how
internal.
do, yeah,
By moving
but
from
internal, how do we do that?
internally, exactly by moving from mind to consciousness,
Okay,
becoming aware.
okay,
So
got it.
you were there for the 11-step
Yes, yes, yes.
method.
Yes, I was there.
That 11-step method is not external. That 11-step method is internal.
Okay, okay, got it,
And
got it.
yeah, and the external method, what we said is to cut off all the negative outside. That is the external method.
Okay, got it.
Both.
Thanks.
Both are required. Thank you. Bliko,
Thank you.
Ritika, Krishna, Premchandji.
Shivam, everybody, and love to all. Uh, like I messaged you yesterday, I got a very nice, this last 2 sessions was beautiful, amazing. And like you are answering to the guy was for the external and internal things. Both are there. Internal is your all the steps, and external is inputs. When you put garbage in, garbage will come out. So that way it was very nice. And today's question, I want to just to understand. You said body pain, how to get rid of body pain, right? That is it. But body pain you cannot get rid. Body pain will be there. The point is not the pain. Point is suffering. If I have a wound on my hand, I cut with a knife or something, it's going to give me pain. And the body will, my mind will experience, and it will give pain. But if I start and allow my mind to wander freely, it will say, oh my God, this will get swell, and this will get now maybe I will have a problem, the tissue will break, and this and that. And then you get into that mind state and you suffer a lot. So the pain is two types. One is direct pain, and second is pain caused by mind. And that is more dangerous. If I have one pimple, I can say, oh my God, it can be cancer. I have to go for biopsy. And then it will start, giving all the anxiety until you get the result and this and that, right? But if I say, okay, it's okay, whatever it is, it is. If it is serious, I will go to doctor. Otherwise, it's okay, fine. And
so therefore,
body will suffer, but yeah.
So what you say is 100% correct. You can't stop the pain of the body when the body, but we must learn how the pain magic works. Have you studied? Have you know how pain magic works?
The pain magic works when you
suppose you cut
association with the body.
Your finger. Suppose you cut your finger. How does the pain work? You know how the pain works?
Pain, it is a signal, gives signal to the brain, right?
Correct. So from here the pain signal, the pain signal goes to the in the brain. There's something called a pain station.
Pain station, yeah.
The pain station sends you back a message.
Message, correct.
Paining, right? So that the mind and consciousness can play a part in reducing the pain. Mm-hmm. It can't take away the pain. So you can't be completely free from the pain. But for example, today I'm just starting the discussion to give you food for thought. Suppose you go to the dentist, Blico, and the fellow catches your tooth and starts pulling out. What happens?
Yeah, it will pain like a hell.
But what if he gives you anesthesia?
If he gives anesthesia,
then what is happening? Then what is happening in the anesthesia?
So anesthesia is cutting the signal going to the brain center. The pain center.
So can the mind do that? Can the mind do that? Can consciousness do that? It is said that there is some effect. You can't do away with pain just from the mind. But there are methods that if we are not in, the mind can amplify the pain. The mind can amplify.
Definitely.
And consciousness can take your attention away from the pain. Sometimes, for example, Blico, you're sleeping. I'm asking you, you're sleeping. What happens to the pain when you're sleeping?
Yeah, it goes away. Any cancer person also sleep in a nice and beautiful sleep.
Then why there's no pain?
Yeah, because the signal is the mind is shut off, right? That's why.
And the consciousness,
consciousness is at rest.
So I'm just touching these topics to help us move forward on the path. Anything more, Blico?
So I can understand that if we go into the consciousness instead of mind, and then give a strong signal to the brain center that the pain is there, only okay, it will going to be, this is normal, nothing. This, I'm not the body, so I should not get that hard feeling for that pain. It's okay. It is pain. It is going to be resolved, and you can be detached with that things using consciousness and get rid of the pain, or you can reduce the pain.
What do you see in my hand, Blico?
Yeah, the glass of water.
Are you sure?
Whatever liquid is there inside.
Now what do you see?
It can be anything.
Now what do you see?
Yeah, I see the ice.
Now you see, just like the whole, it's like an ocean in front of you. It's like this
ice of water. Yeah.
But when you take it away from you,
It looks a small glass. Yeah, when you take it very close, it looks like a swimming pool of ice. Yeah.
Good, good. So this is what the mind can do. The mind can amplify. So
Amplify.
we cannot, obviously, there is no magic show. There
Yeah,
is no
very good.
magic show. The mind cannot completely do like this. But over the last few days, we have spoken on very practical methods of moving from mind to consciousness, how to deal with pain, how to deal with misery. And this helps us in our journey of spirituality, because the journey of spirituality is all this. It is
Correct.
body, mind, ego, soul. I just now I told you, today I was contemplating three important things we don't know to do. We don't know to live, we don't know to laugh, we don't know to live. To
Love.
love, to live,
Love. Yeah,
laugh, and
love.
love.
Live, laugh, and love.
Three,
Live, laugh,
yeah,
and love.
we don't
Three
know,
L's.
we don't know.
Very
How do
important.
we
Yeah.
do it?
Yeah,
Done.
definitely. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritika. Ritika Krishna Premchand, Nichani.
Shivoham Guruji, my question is also pertaining to yesterday. You said that you have to cut out the negative people in your life. I thought you have to see the sip and all.
You see the sipping all. Don't not see sipping. But suppose that's brings me back to the story that this. I think you remember the story or not? This the devotee, strong devotee of the master. See sipping all, see sipping all, see sipping all. The lecture was going on. When the lecture was going on, suddenly somebody said, "Bhago, bhago, pagal hathi aa raha hai, pagal hathi aa raha hai." But this man he sat and said, "Oh, I am seeing Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham." And that Mahout was shouting, "Bhago, bhago, pagal hathi." That mad elephant came, caught this man, kicked him, broke all his bones. The next morning, this man came in front of Guruji. Guruji, you told me see Sippin all. I saw Sippin elephant, but the elephant has crushed me into pieces. Then what to do, Ritika? The Guruji told him, "You fool, that you saw Sippin elephant. You didn't see Sippin, the man shouting, Pagal hathi aa raha hai, pagal hathi aa raha hai." That also Sip was telling you, move, move, move. You should have moved out of the way. Elephant was mad elephant. So what it means is this. What your point is very correct. We must see Sippin on. Is that principle clear, or am I changing that principle?
No,
That
that
principle is
principle.
clear. We cannot never forget that principle. Never, ever. If I'm dead and gone, you cannot forget the principle, see Sippinol. Now, having said that now, suppose you see Sippinol, there is, suppose there is, I'm in front of my auntie who is completely negative. For analogy, my auntie is completely negative, and there are my other uncles who are very positive. Now, this negative and this auntie who's negative, she will start gossiping about the whole world. She will create nuisance. Now she has sip in her, but her karma and her behavior has her programming is like a devil. So what can you do? If you keep on listening to the negativity of that auntie, then you're in deep trouble. They are two separate subjects. Seeing Sipinol is a separate subject. After seeing Sipinol, we must use our intellect. Use our intellect, and you must communicate with positive people. Close the door on negative people. That doesn't mean if the auntie has a fall, you should discard her. No. If the auntie has a fall, you can see Sipiner and you can serve her. But you don't have to be afflicted by her negativity. You must be careful.
Got it. Thanks.
But got it. There are two different aspects of friendship. Don't mix the two aspects. But good question. The Krishna, Premchand, Ashok Nichani, and Will. Krishna.
Yes, sir, Shivoham.
Shivoham.
Sir, today's question. And मुझे completely what Bliko said, I'm totally agreeing to what he said, because as long as we are not enlightened, we know that जब तक हमको नहीं पता है ना, हम body नहीं है. Now I am in my body. I have not completely transcended my body or anything. So I do experience pain. and body experience pain, but it is how you perceive it, what importance you give. So एक ही रास्ता है to accept and endure, because I'm seeing so many patients in our foundation, those people who accept that they are sick, they are having cancer, they are peaceful. But some people resist, they don't accept their disease, they are always in pain, they always suffer. So I think when it comes, it is my karma, I accept it. Whatever I can do it, I'll eat painkillers, whatever, but I have to endure my pain.
Endure your pain and go one step further. If you endure it as karma, if you endure it as something that is not suffering for you, there are several secrets. So Krishna, we evolve from one to the other. Suppose you enduring that pain without understanding the law of karma. Then what you're doing, Krishna? Then you're going on cursing. Oh God, why me? Why? So that that amplifies the pain.
Right.
So we have to learn the several methods to reduce the pain.
And so one more thing, there are many pains which come and go. But us time hum log itna noise, we make lot of noise about it. So I think you need to be silent. Some pain, it is not permanent pain. So we know that it comes and goes. Impermanence of pain.
When that doctor was putting burning hot wax on the finger, it was paining. But I knew that pain won't kill me. I won't die. So if you have that type of attitude, okay, and you have an attitude like you're challenging the pain sometimes. Come on. Okay, come on. Pain. Pain as much as you want to pain. Come on, pain. Sometimes all these tricks, they help you to endure the pain.
So the auto suggestions you give yourself, And so, I heard that Osho's brother, it was awesome. And what Osho was teaching is also what you just now said, to live, laugh, and love.
Yeah, but only problem is, Krishna. That's why the time you look at the title of that podcast. You know the title of the podcast?
Must you really, whoever is listening to the podcast will have a very clear perspective of what is Boga and what is. It was very nice. You asked very straightforward without, beating about the bush.
Why should we beat around the bush?
Sometimes when he's a guest, but it was very, very straightforward, and he also was so saintly. बहुत अच्छा लगा उनका.
He's nice, very nice person. But what I'm against is even they're still talking. They Boga. We should have greed. No problem in having Boga. That's very dangerous. That came across clearly.
No, he said an extremely pertinent point, and that was also food for thought, as he said. He said Osho enjoyed the Rolls Royce, even the 300 or whatever. But when everything, he became penniless also, he was in the same Sachit Anand. That was a beautiful point.
Yeah, very good point. But we must be very careful, because that is like, example is like this, Krishna. Don't forget this example I'm giving you is that little makhi going into my chai. That little makhi going into my chai, if that little makhi goes in my chai and says little bit, one more sip and one more sip and one more sip, and if it slips, it will die.
Yes. The polar bear also.
So you remember that? So are you after watching the podcast, are you clear that we should avoid bhoga, or we should try to enjoy bhoga?
No. I would like to avoid bhoga, because I'm not, maybe Osho was different. And so yesterday's happiness call also, you started a story and you couldn't complete it.
Which story?
The child wanting to marry his grandmother.
That was only a joke. It's over.
Oh, I thought there's something to continue.
And that was a story where yesterday I told, since you brought up that it was just how to laugh. So that boy was telling his father, I love my grandmother too much. So the father was laughing. Okay, you love your grandmother. He told, Papa, I want to marry my grandmother. So the father said, how dare you? How can you marry my mother? How can you? She's your grandmother. How can you marry? So the boy was too smart. He said, how can you marry you could marry my mother, I can marry your mother.
You did not say that. Before that, it got cut.
Okay. So it didn't complete. There is something wrong with the signal, that means.
Sir, thank you.
Okay, good. Premchand ji. But with this podcast, we are every time there's a new podcast, it's a new food for thought. Those of you who are watching, Premchand, Ashok Nichani, Will Bala, Shivam, Premchand ji, बताइए.
It is related to yesterday's topic.
हाँ जी.
One person in our both life is having a very negative attitude towards us.
Yeah.
And it compels us to think negatively how to come over it.
Premchand ji, ये तो test है.
And his negativity also remains present, and we cannot avoid it in his personality. So how to come over it?
अभी रितिका ने बोला ना, अभी रितिका ने बोला, तो रितिका example is teaching us this. When you see sip in all,
मगर फिर भी नहीं देख पाते ना उसमें सिप.
नहीं, आप उनको सिप में देखो, फिर आप then you will be able to accept the negativity. You see, I hope Ritika, you're listening what I'm saying. So when you see sip,
her behavior compels us to think negatively, and that is the only one point in my life which gives us negative thought.
Premchand ji, overcome that point today.
That is yesterday's confession.
Premchand ji, overcome that point today. Abhi aap sun liye, please listen to me carefully, Premchand ji.
Yes, sir.
There is somebody who's creating so much negativity in your life.
Yes, sir.
If there was somebody creating so much negative in my life, I'll try to love that person. I'll try to love that person because that person has got sip. So, Premchand ji, that does not mean that we cannot put our hand in the fire. We cannot. But we should understand usme sip hai na. There are two things. Either that person is somebody we love a lot. If we love a lot, then also we will see sip in them and we will give them space to come out of their challenge. And suppose we don't love them. There's some auntie, I was setting Ritika example, एक आंटी है, वो आंटी हमेशा तंग करती है, फिर भी उसमें सिप देखना है.
हाँ, वही मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि her behavior whenever she likes disturbs my wife and she disturbs me.
I'm asking you a question. Are you Premchand and the body, or are you the soul? What are you? Are you Premchand? Are you body, or are you soul? What are you?
I am soul.
What is that person who's disturbing you so much? What is that person?
But that personality which is ignorable.
No, not personality. What is that person?
वो उसमें भी सोल तो है ही सही.
और सोल कौन है?
रिलेशनशिप.
सोल क्या है? आत्मा क्या है?
सोल तो वही है, वही उसमें जो मुझ में जो उसमें है.
और क्या है? आत्मा क्या है?
मगर फिर वो but she does not know that she is soul. She is 100% body.
He does not know, but you know.
I know.
तो आत्मा क्या है?
कुछ नहीं है.
आत्मा परमात्मा है.
परमात्मा है.
तो अगर आप उसको आत्मा समझ के देखेंगे तो फिर क्या होगा? So try to understand. This is your final test. Premchand ji.
Yes, sir.
जब कोई वो एक इंसान आपको अपसेट करता है, एग्रीवेट करता है,
yes sir,
we must not react.
वो तो रिएक्ट तो नहीं करता, मगर वो थॉट्स डिस्टर्ब कर देते हैं. Only मतलब that is in my whole life there is only one personality.
You change today. From today you change.
What should I do?
वो जो पर्सन है ना जो आपको तंग करता है, उसको प्रभु बुलाओ. प्रभु जी, आदमी है औरत है?
वो तो मेरी डॉटर इन लॉ है.
देवी समझो उसको. आप उसको डेविल मत समझो. DEVIL डेविल मत समझो. आप उसको देवी समझो. देवी.
डेली रिमेम्बर करूं सर.
जैसे काली माँ क्या है? काली माँ
काली माँ कुछ नहीं थी, थॉट था।
लेकिन अगर हम उसको अगर दूसरी नजर से देखेंगे तो शी कैन बी विद
उसको काली माँ मान, उसको काली माँ मान लूं।
हाँ, हाथ जोड़ के
सो काइंड ऑफ यू।
हाँ,
कोशिश करता हूँ,
उसको
आज से
अभी
अभी से यही कोशिश करता हूँ।
बोलो देवी है, देवी
नहीं, मैं वो शी इज नॉट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी डेली, बट वेन एवर इट ओकर्स, तो बट आई विल रिमेम्बर हर एज अ काली माँ।
इन दिमाग में, इन योर हेड में उसके समय नमस्कार करो उसको, नमस्कार।
यस सर, यस सर। फिर एक रोज चॉप ऑफ कर देंगे बाद में।
दिस इज द मेथड। कभी हम किसी को बहुत प्यार करते हैं, किसी को हम बहुत प्यार करते हैं, और डिस्पाइट हम उसको जान से ज्यादा प्यार करने से उनमें काली माँ आ जाती है, तो फिर क्या करना है उसको?
वो तो उन्होंने तो उसे मतलब चॉप ऑफ किया था रामकृष्ण ने तो।
we must always have the respect of the Devi, of not looking as a devil but looking as a Devi, because सच में
But that
उनके अंदर ये प्रभु है, उनके अंदर जो आत्मा है वो परमात्मा है।
मगर उसमें हमारा डिफरेंस है कि वो तो उनके लिए रेस्पेक्टेबल फॉर्म थी, मेरे लिए रेस्पेक्टेबल फॉर्म नहीं है। काली माता
See, but
रेस्पेक्टेबल फॉर्म थी।
no, you respect Kali Ma or no?
I should try to think that there's some Kali Ma is there in her.
You must think that she is just a roop of Kali Ma. She may be having lot of negative qualities, but in your head you think of her as a Devi.
I personally ignore all her behavior, but my
Ignore
wife
it.
sometimes compels me.
हाँ, तुम आप बोलो उसको वो देवी है, वो काली माँ। कभी कभी जिसका जीभ निकल जाता है ना, ऐसा होता है, ऐसे सोचो।
Thank you very much, Gurudev.
थैंक यू
Second,
अशोक
one point more, Gurudev.
yes
1 point more. It's a simple pain. I always avoid not to connect with mind, but whenever chest pain occurs, I try my best, but I'm failed, and I cry like anything, and I'm admitted to, again I was admitted for 3 days for hospital for heart pain.
you cry because of the pain or because of the fear?
पेन इतना हमारा एक ही वो स्क्वीजिंग पेन होता है, जैसे उसको ब्लड नहीं मिल रहा, मेरी आर्टरी सिकुड़ी हुई है, श्रिंकेज है।
प्रभु को बोलो, प्रभु ले लो, मैं तो तैयार हूँ।
मैं यही प्रार्थना करता हूँ गुरुदेव हमेशा से। अब आजकल जब से आपने सलाह दी है कि प्रभु मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो, मैं दाब गया इस सब, मगर प्रभु सुनते नहीं है और एडमिट करवा देते हैं।
नहीं, आप हंसो, जब प्रभु की मर्जी बुला लेंगे आपको क्या चिंता है? आप तो प्रभु के ऑलरेडी हो चुके हैं।
आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू ओनली
सरेंडर योरसेल्फ, सरेंडर, इग्नोर द पेन को बोलो तुम जितना पेन करना है करो, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, रो मत।
देखो अब एक आध रोज में नंबर आएगा जो देखूंगा।
दो ही ऑप्शन है प्रेमचंद जी, दो ही ऑप्शन है।
यस सर।
या तो पेन से बच के आप वापस जूम पे आ जाएंगे,
यस सर,
या प्रेम से मर के प्रभु के पास चले जाएंगे।
यही कोशिश करूंगा। अब तो आप कैसे कि मैं हॉस्पिटल
नहीं,
नहीं जाऊं।
कोशिश कुछ मत करो, अर्पण करो, समर्पण करो, सरेंडर।
I will continuously watching.
Surrender yourself to Shiv.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Ashok Nichani. See, we all have to learn. We have to learn from a senior member like Premchand, who's on this call every day. 84 years, having challenges, but having such a strong desire for Shiv. हाँ, Ashok Nichani बोलो.
Shivam Sarji.
Sir.
Sarji, as long as I think I'm the BME, I'll feel the pain.
Yes.
It is only after my examination of self-realization, after that I'll not feel the pain.
So Ashok, you are right. The pain will come. Like even Premchandji said, I have very severe heart pain, chest pain. Pain will come. It is about how we endure. How can we endure this pain? If you think you're BME, if you think you're the body, mind, ego, then the pain will kill you.
Yes, sir. Correct.
If you think you are not the body, mind, ego, then you will kill the pain. There are two options. Option one, the pain will kill you.
Yes, sir.
Option two, you will kill the pain.
I will kill the pain after I realize that I am not the body, mind, and ego.
Say like that.
Neti neti tattvamasi.
If you don't kill the pain, what happens? If you don't kill the pain?
If I don't feel the pain, that means I am self.
If you don't kill the pain,
then I'll be in the body, mind, and ego BME state.
Then the pain will kill you.
Kill me. Yes, sir.
Either you'd kill the pain or the pain will kill you.
Pain kill me. Right, sir. Correct.
So you have to tell the pain, go get lost.
Get lost. Not bothered. as long as SIP is with me, I'm not bothered.
See, this is what I told Premchandji just now. The attitude is only two things, right? Either the pain will kill us.
If
the pain kills us, we are ready. Prabhu, we are ready to become one with Prabhu. There's no problem, no fear.
Right, Saji.
Pain is like a train. Pain is like a
train.
It comes, but soon it goes away. Remember, pain is like a train.
Right, Saji. Everything passes.
It passes. Thank you. It will pass away. Will Bala Rumadaji Sukeshini.
Shivoham, thank you for taking the call.
Yes.
So the question today is how to be free from the pain of the body. And my guess is it's the cultivation of yoga and abandonment of bhoga. And the better developed you are, then the better results you get. And as I understand, when you become rahat, enlightened, at this point you have access to a resource that no one else has. That is to say, you have Atman. Atman does not suffer pain.
Beautiful.
And as an example of this, we remember the Vietnamese monk who burned to death in Saigon in 1963. Very famously, he remained very peaceful and calm and collected and burned himself to death because he must have been a rahat and had access to the Atman.
But it is not so easy to do that, even if you're enlightened. But at least you will not suffer as much as a non-enlightened person, because the body we have to face the fact the body suffers the pain. But if we are in consciousness, then we are able to face that suffering, endure. The good word to use is endure. We develop endurance.
The Buddha used this word mindfulness. I don't hear you using that word. I don't know if you understand what the meaning of that word is, or why you don't use it.
Mindfulness is consciousness.
Well, he uses. It might be this. I'm not trying to split hairs. I know that these words will. It might be. If that's what you think, then obviously that's correct. Yes.
No, it's not about what I think. It's about how, there are different words. For example, awareness, mindfulness, consciousness. Yeah. These are different words people use, but it means one and the same thing.
He usually, with mindfulness, he usually uses it together with an object. He will use, for example, he is mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness of the mind, like this. So
it is awareness of the body, awareness of the feeling, awareness of the mind, consciousness of the body, consciousness of you can. But see, the problem is different masters use different words to express different things. Yes, sir. We are not here to worry about that, Will. We are here to climb the step one by one and reach our destination. We want to reach the understanding, that awareness, to enjoy the state of samadhi, the state of Satchit Anand. That's our goal. Let us move forward now.
I talked about this Vietnamese monk last night with this. So his name is Peter Cutler. He's also an enlightened person and been enlightened for a long time. And he said exactly what you said. It's difficult to go straight into Atman, to the consciousness of Atman. Unless you've done it regularly, you need to be extremely proficient. Even if you're enlightened person, even an enlightened person needs to have done it many, many times. For example, when this monk sat down, he poured petrol over himself. He must have been able to go straight into Atman and then he could sit there peacefully and no pain.
But why I don't know who this monk is. Why did he kill himself?
Well, he was protesting against the Vietnamese government, who were promoting Christianity, and they were against Buddhists. They were creating trouble for the Buddhists. So he protested in this way, and it became probably the most famous photograph of all time.
Okay. But of course, we have so many different ways of looking at it. Our challenge, Will, and everybody in the group, our challenge is to live life moment by moment with happiness. That is, in today's call, I added one more point. 3 things we don't know to do, Will. We don't know to laugh, we don't know to love, we don't know to live. We don't know to laugh, to love, and to live.
Yes.
If we learn these 3 things, our life will be so beautiful.
Yes.
How can we laugh? Laugh over everything. Somebody says something, laugh. Somebody does something, laugh. Yes. Then love. Love is that divine love, transcendental love. And then live. Live means make the best of every moment. Don't lose. Some people, they lose the moment. Suppose you lose the day, or you lose an hour, or you lose 2 hours or 3 hours. So don't lose life. Life is too precious.
Yes. That's the picture I put on my screen there. That's the picture of the monk. He was in Saigon. That's quite a famous photograph. You may not have seen it.
No, I have not. But I'm going to try to understand what this is later on. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Yes. Bala, thank you. Bala, Ru Mataji, Nitai, Sukeshni, and Rutanu.
Pranam, Guruji. Love you, Guruji.
Pranam. Bala.
Guruji, yes, day before yesterday, first of all, I will tell that, Guruji, day before yesterday, you said about the 11 points. As I was contemplating on that, Guruji, so I got the answer for the negativity, Guruji. In that, because of that negativity, I should be thankful to that negative people. Because of them, I'm over here and I'm one of the chosen one. Point में से इधर हूँ मैं spirituality के path पे. So I should be thankful to them. If सब कुछ अच्छा होता, no negative people, nothing, everything is good. So I would have enjoyed the life like anything, Guruji. But because of that, I am here and I am one of the chosen one.
Good point. What you say is correct. And we have to learn. Therefore, count your blessings. Prabhu kya karte hain? The way God creates those negative people in your life, because there's a positive reason for that. That reason you are here and you have to evolve. Good, Bala. Thank you.
And in the morning, Guruji, I realized this, Guruji.
Good.
And by heart, I was so thankful to them, Guruji. And I was happy. I was in the, what we say, itne gratitude nikal rahe the unke liye. I was so happy, Guruji.
Ru Mataji, thank you. Ru Mataji.
Nahi, Guruji, I have to tell that you have to take care of your body. First off, because it is a temple, you have to take care. But if you have pain, give the necessary medication and bhul jao, don't give auto suggestion. And what we say, don't repeat those sentences ki mujhe bahut क्या होता है गुरुजी, कोई आता है तो भी स्टार्ट, हाँ ना मेरा बहुत दुखता है, ये दुखता है, वो continuously we give auto suggestion to our to our mind. So it should be stopped. I am happy.
Self pity. हाँ, self pity इसको बोलते हैं.
Self pity. तो ये होना चाहिए. ये होना चाहिए गुरुजी.
Good. बताओ रूमाता जी.
प्रणाम गुरुजी.
प्रणाम.
गुरुजी अनम्यूट का नहीं हो रहा.
अनम्यूट हो गया, बात सुनाई दे रही है आपकी.
प्रणाम गुरुजी. गुरुजी, I feel if pain of the body is there, we should consult the doctor and do the needful and remind us that I am not the body, I am a divine soul. And Guruji, some people are having trouble, pain body, but they will not take a tablet because that is not good for health. I don't think that is a good idea. We must cure ourselves And always remember, जिसने दिया है जन्म वही संभालेंगे.
Very good. It's wrong not to take tablet. Of course, you must take the right medication, medication, and then also use meditation. Two things.
Yes. Yes, Guruji.
Medication and meditation. Dono chahiye.
Yes, yes, Guruji.
Okay, good. Nitai, good point, Mataji. We should do it. Nitai?
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Just two things were, one, you said yesterday that to fill our mind with positive thoughts, positive food, positive behavior, and avoid the toxic food, toxic people, and toxic friends also. Now, what you were saying to Premchandji also, that when toxic people come by, look at the sip in them, but where do I put these two advice together?
Okay, good question. Let's face it practically, Nitai. Okay, see, practically, first step I told Ritika also. First step, is there any question of not seeing sipinol, or that is a must and should? We must see sipinol. Any doubt about that?
No, I understand. There is sip in them.
Okay, sipinol. But there are some people who are toxic.
Yes.
So what do we do with the toxic people? Remember the mad elephant. Remember the story of the mad elephant?
Right.
So if the mad elephant is coming to kill you, then sip in the mad elephant. Should you go in front of the mad elephant or go away from the mad elephant?
So there is a Mahout with the mad elephant who is telling me to go away, and I listen to Mahout and go away. But these toxic people doesn't always come with a Mahout there, and I have to make a judgment to avoid them or to worship them.
So see, so you continue to worship the sip in them. Don't worship them. Don't worship them. Worship the sip in them.
But should I avoid them or should I go and?
So there are two options. If they don't kill you like the elephant, you don't need to avoid them. But if they are creating, suppose there's one friend of mine all the time making me drink whiskey, then should I go to the friend who's making me drink whiskey, who's all he will force me to drink whiskey, then should I go there? So it all depends upon how toxic somebody is. Suppose somebody is there, I know this auntie of mine, if I go to this auntie, she will gossip and gossip and gossip and gossip all the bad things of the world and poison me. Then why I should go to this auntie?
Okay, so in that case, at least in some cases, it is good to avoid.
It is, yeah. So at first point, see sip in all. Second point, when you are in front of toxic food, toxic people, toxic situation, toxic movie, you should use your discrimination. Suppose you're watching a toxic movie with somebody and you love that person so much, you're loving that person so much, you're drinking the toxic movie. You're drinking the toxic movie. Should you continue drinking the toxic movie? Should the toxic movie go into you?
I would use my discrimination to not go there. I would not go there, but
yeah, but it may be somebody very dear to you who will be hurt if you get up from the movie.
Yeah.
But you have no choice. You have to get up.
Okay.
Because
I got my answer.
If you don't get up, then you are going to be full of toxic. Then that toxic, that poison in you will spread today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It will go on spreading.
Okay.
See, it's very dangerous. This especially because sometimes we are with people we love in our family, somebody very dear to us. Now, I think this is one of the best things of the call. Please pay attention. Very often, whether Premchandji told somebody very dear in his family is so toxic, Ritika said that if there's a toxic person, how do we deal? We must understand that the toxic person should not make us toxic. That is a very clear priority. The toxic person should not make us toxic. If the person is toxic, okay, fine, you be toxic. But you making me toxic, no way. Let there be a limit. Let there be a limit line. What is the limit line? You may be toxic. I'll find. But there was a child. There was a child who complained to me. The child was vegetarian. The father was non-vegetarian. The child was vegetarian. The father was non-vegetarian. Nitai, both used to eat on the same table. Any problem?
No, as long as the father is or anybody is not forcing their choice on the other person.
The father started to force the child to eat non-vegetarian. What should the child do?
I think
The
for
father
small.
started. The father started to force the child to eat non-vegetarian. What should the child do?
I would say for a very small child, it's hard for them to force
No, not
their
small
own
child.
will.
Not small
Yeah,
adult child.
if it is a grown-up child, then yeah, he should just clearly state that his preferences, his or her preferences.
And every day the father forces?
I would advise not to get upset and just to put it down.
But every day the father forces?
If it is a grown-up child, then the father cannot just push the food into his or her mouth.
Yeah. So then the child finds ways to escape coming on the table when the father is eating.
Right.
Either the child finishes eating before the father comes, or the child comes after the father finishes eating. The child is intelligent.
Yes.
See, I'm giving you an example. Sometimes there are different type of toxic people in our life, and we love those people. We love those people, but those people are toxic. What to do?
It's okay to intelligently avoid them.
Intelligently deal with the situation. What am I saying? We should not become toxic. How we must find our own solution. But the goal is very clear. We should not become toxic. Okay. Anybody has any other questions other than that? This topic also you can ask. Sometimes the topics are short questions. Of course, tomorrow we have an open session. But Sukeshini and Rutanu today. Thank you, Nitya. Anything else you can continue? Sukeshini, Rutanu.
Good evening, sir. Shivoham.
Yes, Sukeshini.
This is related to yesterday's discussion. So my understanding about the thoughts is karma, right? So can they also come from the memories?
How does it matter to you whether it's coming from memory or karma? How is it different, Sukeshini?
Sometimes it triggers you like.
So what is memory?
It's past.
Memory is something that you accumulate. Okay. Suppose you have accumulated something. Tell me how have you accumulated that?
By thinking about it.
Only thinking? Or even doing?
Experiencing.
Yeah. So what is thinking and experiencing and doing? What is that called?
Mind.
No, that's also karma. If you are thinking,
yes, sir. How can we get rid of avoid the memories?
Clean it. For me, I have cleaned all my memories. I have dangerously cleaned all my memory of all the rubbish. Sometimes I don't remember. Sometimes something important, because except spirituality, I have deleted all buttons.
Because I realized that I know so many dates and places and all those, so that really sometimes it's painful.
So try. I'll explain one thing to you. When you keep on filling your memory with positive thoughts, positive stories, positive realizations, if you keep on filling your memory with positive things of spirituality, what will happen to the old memories?
Then they will diminish.
That is the trick.
I do write a gratitude journal, and that I'm practicing.
Yeah, but very important, many of you are having this struggle. I know you are not thinking it necessary to memorize all these things that we are talking about, but you don't realize the hidden reward. the hidden reward is if you keep on memorizing all these new things, all the unnecessary things of your life will get deleted.
No, yesterday
so
is the
please,
second.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I disturbed you.
Yesterday, no, continue.
Yesterday's that discussion was too good, and there I learned there's lot to be. I have to let go.
Which
Many
you're
things.
talking about the 11 points or the positive thoughts?
No, yesterday those last points you had just given, where you said that we have to avoid toxic people, avoid the toxic food and all.
No, it's very dangerous. It's for example, I'm just saying, I was having a little wine, just a sip of wine. And then I realized that one sip of wine was affecting my consciousness. And for me, my consciousness is precious to me. My consciousness is so precious to me, I threw that wine. So it's up to us.
Can't hear, sir. No.
AiR, we can see you, but we can't hear you.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So Sukeshini, it is for us to take charge of our life. What was the last point you were telling me, which I was on?
I was saying how to avoid memories, and then you gave this example of the wine, how it was
then anything toxic, what we said. Yesterday we spoke about, you said you liked yesterday's session. So
Yes,
we have to see, our life is too precious to us.
Correct.
And so we will not let our life, we must give most importance to this life which comes from SIP.
Correct.
All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you. We have got Rutanu and Sachin.
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham.
Guruji, I wanted to ask you, to ignore the problem will not be solved. If things are not in our hands, what can we do? We leave it to SIP.
What is the problem? Give the example of the problem. The problem, you are seeing the problem as a problem. You're not seeing the problem as a drama. If you see it as a drama, and you see everything is karma, and you see everything is lila, and you see everything is maya. Now please look at the same problem, whatever problem you're facing. Look at it as the trauma is because of drama and karma, the lila and maya. Now tell me, problem is still there?
Not there. It will be over.
Finished.
It's over.
Even without you, see, I don't know if I have given you all something called a problem sheet. Have I given you a problem sheet? I've given you. When there's a problem, write down the problem, write down the cause of the problem, write down the possible solutions, and write down the best solution. When you do these things, your problem is solved. Even without doing anything, your problem is solved. Okay.
Yes.
So friends, we have 3-4 minutes. If anybody has a quick question, otherwise I can close the session for today. Anybody has any last question? Or Sachin, if there's no question, we will close in a minute or two. My ship is moving, that's why signal has become low.
Shivam Guruji. Guruji, I just want to know that this law of attraction, can we attract, divine through that, or the God, we can achieve God through that law of attraction?
The law of attraction has inside it action. If you remove action from attraction, what is left? Did I tell you last time? Raji, sorry? I told. What is Atra? ATTR, I told. If from attraction you remove action.
No,
If
you
you
were
write
explaining one day. I was part of the call. I somehow got disconnected that time, so I lost this actually. So that's why I wanted to know.
attraction means ATTR, action. ATTR, action. Attraction has action inside it. If you only have attraction, there will be only attraction without action. It won't work.
So it needs action.
It needs action. Otherwise, it is ATTR. ATTR means a thought that roams. Unless a thought that is roaming has action, it becomes attraction. Okay?
Got it.
Okay, good. I think last question, Jasmine. Rutanu aur kuch hai aapko? Yes, Jasmine and Rutanu. Jasmine, unmute, and you and Rutanu.
Okay, you froze. You just said
Yes,
if you have a
Jasmine.
problem, you write down a solution, but even if you don't do anything, the problem is solved. What does that mean?
when you have a problem and you write down the problem, you write down the cause of the problem, and you write down the various solutions. By the time you write down the solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, your problem gets solved in writing. It just automatically dissolves.
Okay, thank you.
You try it out. It's a beautiful method. Just I hope you understood. Otherwise, you WhatsApp me. I'll send you the problem sheet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Rutanu, last question for today.
Yes, Guruji. Guruji, I wanted to say, you said laugh, live, love, and light your own lamp.
By lighting your own lamp, you can laugh, love, and live.
Yes,
The
Guruji.
moment you light, why you are not able to light? Why you are able to not laugh, love, and live? Why?
Because we get into our own problem circle.
Because there's andhakar, because there's darkness of ignorance. If you light the light, now for example, now you're so worried. Oh, you're worried about some problem, something is happening in your life. Leave it now. Learn to surrender. Why are you feeling bad about some problem? Because you're thinking this Leela is real. You're thinking this Maya is real. Nothing is real. It is just a show. SIP is in charge. Nothing will go wrong. Surrender, accept, laugh, love,
Yes,
live. If you start worrying, you know what is worry? WORRY. WORRY means W, waste of life. O, overthinking. R, repeating the problem. R, rehearsing the fear. Y, yearning. Ye chahiye, ye chahiye, ye chahiye, ye chahiye. Remove worry out of your life. WORRY. What's the problem then?
No problem, Guruji.
We have the solution in our hand, but we are not in consciousness state. We are in the mind state. Because we are in the mind state, we suffer. Let us still the mind and kill the mind with that 11-step method. Killing the mind that does not exist. With folded hands, I bow down to you. See you tomorrow at 8.